Section 1. Introduction. Africa's cities are growing faster than any cities in human history. Addis Ababa, Nairobi, Dar es Salaam, Bahir Dar. In the next 20 years, hundreds of millions of people will move into urban areas that do not yet have the infrastructure to receive them. Roads, water, power, schools. The question is not whether these cities will be built. The question is whether they will be built intelligently, or whether we will repeat the planning failures of the past. The answer to that question depends, in large part, on whether planners and project managers have the right data, in the right place, at the right time. That is what GIS makes possible. Section 2. What GIS is. GIS, Geographic Information Systems, is the technology that lets you attach data to locations. Not just a map that thinks. Every feature on the ground, a road, a building, a river, a plot of land, carries attributes, ownership, elevation, flood risk, soil type, proximity to services. When you layer that data intelligently, patterns emerge that are invisible to the human eye on the ground. That is the power of GIS for urban planning. It turns the complexity of a growing city into something you can interrogate, model, and act on. There are 3 layers that matter most for urban planners. First, the physical layer, terrain, hydrology, land cover, soil conditions, what the land is, and what it can carry. Second, the infrastructure layer, roads, utilities, buildings, land parcels, what has already been built and where. Third, the decision layer, zoning boundaries, risk overlays, population density projections, where decisions need to be made. In GIS, these 3 layers do not sit in isolation, they stack, they intersect. And in that intersection, the planning intelligence lives. Section 3. 3 use cases. Let us look at how this works in practice. Use case 1. Site selection for urban infrastructure. Before any school, clinic, or housing development is approved, GIS analysis can overlay population density, road access, flood zones, land ownership, and proximity to existing services simultaneously. What previously required months of manual surveys and committee decisions can be modeled in hours. In East Africa, this matters particularly for informal settlement upgrading, where land tenure is complex, topography is variable, and the cost of getting the sitting decision wrong is borne by communities for generations. GIS does not make the decision, it makes the decision better. Use case 2. Flood risk and drainage planning. Ethiopian cities face significant seasonal flooding. Bahir Dar, positioned at the source of the Blue Nile, is a direct example. GIS combined with elevation data and hydrological modeling can predict which areas will flood, how deep, and how fast, before a single drain is dug. Planners who ignore this layer build roads that wash out in year 2. Planners who see it build drainage systems that actually work, positioned where the water actually flows. The difference between those 2 outcomes is not budget, it is information. Use case 3. Land use change detection. Using multi-temporal satellite imagery, images of the same area taken months or years apart, GIS analysis can track how land is changing. Where agricultural land is being converted to urban use, where vegetation is being lost, where density is increasing without corresponding infrastructure investment. This is not retrospective analysis, it is early warning. Cities that monitor this data act before problems compound. Cities that don't are always reacting to crises they could have seen coming. The satellite data to do this, Sentinel-2, Landsat, is freely available. The question is whether anyone is looking at it. Section 4. Why now? Now, why does this matter now, specifically? The cities being planned and built in East Africa today will house millions of people for the next 50 to 100 years. The infrastructure decisions being made right now, where roads go, where drainage is built, where density is permitted, will define quality of life for generations. GIS tools that were expensive and specialist a decade ago are now accessible. QGIS is open source. Sentinel satellite data is free. Cloud processing has eliminated the hardware barrier. The constraint is no longer access to the technology. It is the knowledge and capacity to apply it correctly. That gap between the availability of powerful tools and the capacity to use them well is exactly where the work of firms like AWY Consult sits. Not selling software. Applying spatial intelligence to real decisions on real projects. Section 5 Series Bridge to BIM. Everything we have covered today, the physical layer, the infrastructure layer, the decision layer, exists in two dimensions, on a map. But the moment a decision is made and construction begins, that spatial intelligence needs to move into the building model, into the structure being designed and built. That connection between GIS and BIM is where the real power of the digital construction stack lives. Because a BIM model without spatial context is a brilliant object floating in an imaginary void. And a GIS dataset without a building model is a map that stops at the site boundary. Bringing them together is part 2. Subscribe so you don't miss it. Section 6 Summary. Before we go, a word for each of you watching. If you are a student in planning, engineering, or geomatics, QGIS is free. The Sentinel data portal is open. Start building your skills with real Ethiopian data today. The gap between knowing these tools exist and knowing how to use them is smaller than you think and larger than you imagine in terms of what it opens. If you are a practitioner, a project manager, planner, or engineer on active projects, if your project does not yet have a GIS layer informing its site analysis, that is a risk your client does not know they are carrying. And if you are a client, developer, or public sector decision maker planning infrastructure in East Africa, GIS analysis should be part of your feasibility process, not your post-crisis review. If you want to know what that looks like in practice, the conversation starts at a2byconsult.com. This is A2BY Consult. Part 2 is coming. We will see you there.